All right, let's begin with today's IEP goals. Goal number 3, mathematics. By the end of 36 instructional weeks, given visual, verbal, model prompts, and guided practice, and scaffolding, Reynaldo will solve 1- and 2-step problems using data from a frequency table, pictograph, bar graph, line graph, and system and leaf plot measured at a rate of 70% accuracy. Objectives. By the end of 9 instructional weeks, given verbal, visual prompts, guided practice, and scaffolding, Reynaldo will solve 1- and 2-step problems using data from a frequency table and pictographs with 70% accuracy. Now, using this sheet, Reynaldo will grab a separate sheet of paper. He will write his name and the date, Then I will read this assignment to him, and he will write down the numbers on the side. He will answer the questions and just put the number and the answer for each question. For example, for number 1, if he chooses A, he will write down number 1, A, number 2, B, etc. All right, let's begin. Measurement and data test. Part 1. Use the bar graph below to answer questions 1 through 6. Favorite sport: football, tennis, basketball, and bowling. Reynaldo, you will read this chart. After reading this chart, you will answer the questions below. I will read the questions to you. Number 1. Which sport is liked by the greatest amount of people? A, football, B, tennis, C, basketball, or D, bowling. Refer to the chart above so you can figure out your answer. Number 2. How many more people like basketball than like football? A, 3 people, B, 1 person, C, 6 people, or D, 2 people. Number 3. How many people said tennis was their favorite sport? A, 9 people, B, 5 people, C, 4 people, or D, 2 people. Number 4. How many fewer people like bowling than like tennis? A, 1 person, B, 3 people, C, half a person, D, 4 people. Number 5. Which sport is liked by the least amount of people? A, football, B, tennis, C, basketball, or D, bowling. Remember, you can press pause if I'm going too fast. Number 6. What is the total amount of people who like football and tennis? Remember, you have to combine both. A, 19 people, B, 10 people, C, 22 people, or D, 13 people. We will now flip over to goal number 4. All right, goal number 4, mathematics. By the end of 36 instructional weeks, when given verbal, visual prompts, guided practice, and scaffolding when presented with word problems involving amounts of money, Reynaldo will identify which operation to use, whether it is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and solve the problem with 70% accuracy. Objectives. By the end of 18 instructional weeks, Reynaldo will solve addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division problems with all coins: the quarter, the nickel, the dime, and the penny, with 70% accuracy. All right, using the same sheet of paper for goal number 3, use a space below and write down goal number 4. You will write down numbers 1 through 10. It will be very similar to goal number 3. Beside the number, you will use the letter that matches the amount of coins added together. For example, I will help you with number 1. So for number 1, we have 2 pennies and 1 nickel. How much is a value? What is the value of 1 penny? Correct, it is 1 cent. So we have 2 pennies and 1 nickel. What is the value of the nickel? 5 cents, that's correct. So let's count. We start off with 1 penny, 2 pennies, and then a nickel is worth 5. So that is 7. Let's look for 7 cents on the side. There it is. Letter J says 7 cents. So for number 1, you will write the letter J. Now, Reynaldo, you will complete it on your own. From number 2 all the way down to number 10. You will do it the same way as we practiced on number 1. Upon completion, please send me a picture of your completed assignment and I will upload it to your file. Thank you.